A professor once spoke to his class and he said, students, I'm going to give you 3 statements, only 2 of them which can be true. Number 1, God is all loving. Number 2, God is all powerful. Number 3, there's evil in the world. Well, the students knew there was evil in the world. But if God was all loving and there's evil in the world, then the implication, he's not powerful enough to stop that evil. If God is all powerful and there's evil in the world, the implication, God is not loving enough to stop that evil. How do you resolve this question? Either way, it seems like the Christian God is an impossibility. I would say, Professor, if you let me add a 4th statement, they can all be true. God is all powerful. God is all loving. There is evil in the world. The 4th statement, God has given us free will to make moral choices. And God has given us. The fact that God is all powerful does not mean he manipulates our every move, but rather he's given us free will. He's powerful enough to create the universe, to give life, but he's given us free will to make moral choices, to love him and do good, or to make moral choices that are bad in disregard of him and what he says. What God does say is that there is a reward for following him, and there are consequences when we disobey him. The consequences that come into our world of suffering and evil come about as a result of us utilizing our free will to go contrary to the way of God. Now, when we do that, it can affect us negatively. We make moral choices that hurt us. We know all kinds of that. But it can also affect other people. I can make moral choices of a disobedience to God in which I could kill a person, rob a person, injure a person, damage a person somehow. My moral choices not only have consequences in my life, but my moral choices, for good or bad, have rewards or consequences in the lives of others too. Is there evil in the world? Certainly so. Did God send it? Certainly not. The suffering, the evil in the world comes about as a result of God giving us the free will to obey him from our heart or to choose to disobey him from our heart. And when we disobey, that brings very negative consequences to us, those around us, indeed to our entire world.